All right, and I think this thing is live. Welcome to Uncle Mark Goes Flying. Yeah, poor guy at the airport's upside down. I did all my prep work prior to starting the stream because it was just, it's been a bit and I didn't want you guys to have to watch me launch everything. And of course, I forgot to fire up OVR Toolkit, so I'm doing that now. But yeah, I even have the VR going. Um, let's see here. Today is exciting. We continue our trip in our Cessna 172. It's been in, let's see, I'm looking at my flight log. We flew to New Orleans on February 22nd. Am I allowed to call it New Orleans since I'm not a native? New Orleans, whatever. So today we're going to be flying from New Orleans to Jackson, Mississippi, as we start our journey up back towards the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. All right, let me just check. I actually don't know if I'll see that. Did the menus come up? All right, so let's ops check everything here. Had a friend over last night who was using the simulator, so the headset's a little out of adjustment for me. All right, so here we are in the aircraft. We have, let's see, is the weather injection working? Because it said it was mostly cloudy. Just verifying our weather injection is still running. Yeah, current conditions are whatever. It's supposed to be a little cloudy. It doesn't look like it really is in the simulator, but I'm going to trust that the weather synthesis is indeed working. All right. So click the VR window. I always get nervous when I don't see any flipping clouds. That kind of tells me that something's not right, but whatever. Rudder pedals. Here we are in the aircraft. Very good. I'm going to do the trick where I slide back and down a little bit, hit the space bar, so when I sit up, I'm a little closer. It's cheesing it, but I don't care. Hide the yoke. All right, and then get the headset nice and comfy. See if I can get over your toolkit working. Oh, look, everything works. I'm not transmitting because there's nothing. I'm connected, but I'm not tuned in. But I just checked that. There's the Steam chat. We got Drunken Pirate Radio ready. We've got. Here's the situation with ATC. We are down here in Louisiana. We're going to be flying through uncontrolled airspace for now. And then this is the chart for the airport in Jackson. Yeah, it's got. Whoops. It's got 2 runways. And we'll be coming in from the south, so we're either going to be going on a left or a right on runway 34. So we've got 34 left and 34 right. Okay. So let's start the pre-flight check. Oh yeah, and there was a big patch, and a bunch of my settings got reset. So I had to fix all that stuff, including my call sign, which was changed back to the default stupid one. Not November 212 Romeo Hotel. So that annoyed me. All right. All right. So we decided that was making sure everything was working. So that's a check. And it looks like I'm not centered now. So let me fix that. There. Here we go. So aircraft documents will tick that. Ignition's off. Okay, let's gas up a little bit. because we're at half fuel. We're going to go to 75% fuel. 80% fuel. There we go. Thank you for gassing it up. Okay, no low fuel enunciators. I believe I can hear it. Tester enunciator panels. I haven't done this in like a couple of weeks, so we're taking our time here. Well, flaps are working. Good. Pitot heat. We'll check that. All right. Let's get this engine started. So let's do a pre-flight here. So we'll look around the aircraft. Whoops. The aircraft is looking fundamentally okay. We'll check the control surfaces, make sure they work. So elevator, moving freely. Rudder, looks good. Ailerons, bank right, bank left. Okay, looks good. Yep, my seat's comfortable. All the electrics are off. Avionics are off. Fuel selector still on both. Fuel shut-off valve is open. All right, let's start this engine. Open throttle up. Bring the mixture to idle. Clear prop. You can hear the dog objecting. Turning on the beacon. Mixture rich. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I don't like this. Computer red, brakes are working too. Let's turn the sucker on. Okay, so we want to adjust it to when the... No, it was already there. I nailed it. Well, pressure's good. Turn on the alternator so we can start generating some power. Let's bring the flaps up. I already set the altimeter. I don't know how to do that, so I'm auto-completing it. I know, I'm terrible. It's not dark, don't need it. Okay, so we're not doing that yet. What we're going to do, let's see, I got to remember, 122.8. We need the radio on 122.8. So let's see here. So our comm is on active now. November 212 Romeo Hotel, St. Louis traffic, taxiing to runway for VFR takeoff north. I forgot the runway. I'm going to use. Oh, I'm terrible. Hey, Ajax. Oh, I forgot to put on the thing that talks to me. Speech chat. Oh, shit. Manipulating a web browser with this can be challenging. There we go. Mr. Ajax Cat, how are you this morning? All right, well, we're going to taxi to the runway anyway, and we'll just deal with it. To do that, we need to move. Yeah, we'll Viking in a little bit, but I really was jonesing to fly. Wanted to get this aircraft to to Jackson. All right, this looks like it's runway 2. Yeah. All right, we good. Let's do our run up here at the ramp of runway 2. Have the computer do this, because I don't like bothering. Oh, there's clouds. Okay, there's the weather injection happening. Fuel looks good. Mixture's rich. Still both. Oh no, that's terrible. Yeah, I actually I ordered the parts for a new lab server yesterday. So a lot of that's in flight. A lot of it will be arriving today. The power supply and processor are coming early next week. You know, like St. Patrick's Day or so. That's not really early. It's good. Oil pressure's good. Nothing I can do about that. Did it recover? Okay. Ajax, did the stream recover? Oh, the computer died on your last day of vacation? Okay, good. All right, so radios are set. I'm going to go with blame and Twitch. That's set for, oops. That's set for 2,500 feet for our selected altitude. I think that'll work. Okay, we're on GPS mode now. That's great. One transponder on altitude mode. And I suspect DNS will often irritate Twitch. They can be one and the same. St. Louis traffic, November 212 Romeo Hotel, runway 2, taking off, immediate departure, VFR 2500. I feel like my radio game is off, but we're just going to go with it. All right. Oh, I thought I took the parking brake off and I put it back on. I'm like, why am I not moving? That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing, people. You embarrass me. Come on, stay in the middle of the runway. You can do this. Stay in the middle of the runway. Speed is alive and rotate. Rotate. Oh, that was the messiest takeoff in recent memory. So messy. The worst pilot ever. Hi, New Orleans. Didn't really get to see you too much the other week because I came in the dark. Things looking good. Things looking good. I guess that's a levee or a river. No, that would be a river, stream, whatever. Beauty shot. Oh, and the beauty shots are problematic because I tend to pull back on the stick and then I end up climbing and then stalling. Or pitching up is what I should say. I climb for a bit, but then I stall. All right, we're just going to let the aircraft recover. Yeah, I didn't say it was the worst pilot. I said it was the worst takeoff in a while because I wasn't staying straight down the runway. What I really need to work on is my flying patterns where you take off, go around the airport, and land. All right. So the autopilot's now on. Looks like it starts in vertical speed mode because I'm now climbing at 500 feet per second. Turn on nav mode to put us on course. All right, yeah, I think when you set an altitude, I'm starting to learn how this autopilot works. When you set an altitude and then you engage the autopilot, it seems to go into vertical speed mode at 500 feet per minute without you having to screw with it. Well, it's part of the whole practice makes perfect thing, doing pattern work. That's really important because, as a pilot, you need to practice. All right. Okay, there we are on the map. So we're going to cross this little body of water here. And we're still in uncontrolled airspace. I'm not sure if this is part of the Gulf of Mexico or not. Let's look on that map again. Yeah, because this is the Gulf of Mexico, and then we've got this body of water here. But this looks almost like it's a bay or it's enclosed or whatever. And since Uncle Mark is terrible at geography, I'm not really sure what that is. I could look on a chart, but what fun would that be? And now what we're going to do is so we can see airspaces and stuff. Oh. Wait, why are we still climbing? Oh, this thing doesn't have the correct barometric pressure. That's the problem. 30.24. Yeah, this thing... Yeah, the autopilot didn't know the correct barometer. That's why the altitude is off. I set the regular instrument on the ground, but I never told the autopilot what the barometer setting was. There we go. Now I'll have it take us down to 2,500. Nice and slowly. Reduce the mixture a little bit. Oh, thank you, Ajax. You see, this is why it's fun to have viewers. Lake Pontchartrain. So this flight shouldn't take too long. We're about an hour from Jackson. It's a nice easy run today. I decided not to do a marathon endurance. I just wanted to get my flying back on. What I'm not sure of is if we are going to be in Memphis Center's control space when we go to land, but I guess we'll figure that out. I like silly gnomes. They're the silliest of all the gnomes. Now, what is Cat Island? Is that a real place? I don't think I forgot to turn anything off, so this is good. Like, I sometimes leave things like taxi lights and landing lights on, which doesn't really matter too much, but I think all my lights are set properly, so that's a major victory. Quiet morning. I suspect a lot of nerds are still sleeping. But there's cats involved. Okay. So I seem to have a mismatch between my there seems to be a basic mismatch between my autopilot's altitude and my altimeter. This is a little disturbing. I don't like that. 30.24. I mean, that's about as close as I can get. Huh. Okay, well, there you go. Cat Island. For real. All right, I need to check the weather settings, so we're going to add a window. Prepare to be amused by my inability to use this. Come on. That's pretty awful. Oh, for the love of all that's holy. I spend more time fucking around with all right, 1 second. Oh yeah, that's quality. So I'm having a hard. There we go. Window list. What? I'm trying to open a new window to check the weather software. Well, let me just do it by hand. $30.24 is being weird. And as far as UOVR toolkit, why are you being fussy? I don't know. Why the autopilot disagrees is a great question. Let's check behavior now. I told it to go to 2500 at 100 feet per minute. Let's see if it actually stops at 2500 according to the analog instrument too. I just think he got confused. No, that's the opposite of what Obi-Wan said. No, I'm just concerned about what altitude the autopilot thinks it's at. That's all. It doesn't matter too much. But I think the autopilot thinks it's about 400 feet off of what the manual instruments thinks. And I don't know why, because the barometer settings are correct. You know, it's bringing me up. Yeah, it thinks I'm at 2,300 feet where my altimeter says I'm at 2,600 feet. So there could be a couple of things going on, right? There was a major update to the simulator. I got to turn the volume on the song sound down. Sorry, it's making it hard to think. It's possible the weather software needs an update, or there's a bug now in the altitude calculations for the autopilot versus oh boy, clouds. Versus the conventional instrument. All right. Well, I'm under VFR rules now, so I should not be up in these clouds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce altitude a little bit to come back down out of the clouds. Oh boy. Oh man. Okay. I'm losing control here. I'm about to stall badly. Okay. Recover. 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 Trust the instrument. I'm roller coastering a little bit. We need to get straight and level here. Then we'll work on reducing my altitude. If I just let the airplane fly, it should recover. All right, things have calmed down a little bit. All right, I'm still climbing, so let me reduce speed. Trim the elevator down a little bit. Yeah, so I'm having a hard time getting getting the airplane calmed down. I'm pitching up and down a bit, and without a reference outside, that can be difficult. So I'm trying to rely on the instruments. I had the sudden influx of cloud. It's like every IT person's worst nightmare, sudden cloud. Oh, and by the way, I'm really now off course. So that's fun. banking in a 2-minute turn to try and come back on course. All right, we're going to fly parallel. Straighten up. All right, so we're trimmed out so that we're descending at roughly 400 feet per minute. Let me trim the elevator so we turn some of this into forward speed. Yeah. This is what happened to JFK Jr., by the way. He probably got stuck in no visibility and didn't trust his instruments. Probably ended up upside down without even realizing it. That's a thing. That can happen. Because you don't trust you trust your feelings like Luke did, but in a small aircraft, that doesn't blow up the Death Star, that gets you killed. You got to trust your instruments. Aha! Looks like we're coming out of the clouds a little bit. Just trying to get back on course. Okay, we're doing much better. Now, I could have just set the autopilot to take us down, but I figured I would do this by hand because, well, it can be more fun flying the airplane. Ooh, it's nasty now. Like very foggy. All right, I'm turning the autopilot back on and putting her in nav mode. And then I'll control my altitude with the throttle. Or I'll handle the altitude. Actually, no, we'll do altitude hold mode. So this will hold us at the current altitude, and then my throttle will control my speed. Okay, we're good. We have recovered. We came down out of the clouds by hand. We're holding our altitude. We're flying kind of low, right? We're at 800 feet. Well, we're at 800 feet according to the autopilot. We're at 1,100 feet according to the altimeter, and I trust the altimeter more. Now let's answer a pretty important question, because you assume everything's at zero, but it's not. We need to zoom in a little. Where's the altitude? Elevation 305. So the runway is at 305 feet above sea level. All right, that's good to know. A standard approach is 1,000 feet above the runway. So when we come to the airport to do our approach, we'll be coming in at 1,300 feet for our landing approach. How are we doing on ATC? Yeah, we're still in uncontrolled airspace. Yeah, still Memphis Center. Okay. So yeah, kind of pretty. A lot of trees. We're going to be getting into the whole... This is what a lot of America looks like. There's a lot of places where it's green and barren. Oh, and it reset my co-pilot. It's not the same model for my co-pilot. I mean, this is devastating, people. Devastating. Yeah, my engine exhaust is the exhaust heat's very low right now. What's our local time? 9:03 in the morning here. Outside air temperature 63 degrees. So it's a pleasant day. Well, it's actually probably a little humid because it's hazy. Okay, and just so we know, we're 85 nautical miles from the airport. In case anybody was wondering, let's cruise a little bit. There we go. I just shaved at least 10. Oh, I'm shaving even more time off because we're in the we'll be there in 50 minutes time zone. Now we're looking closer to 40 minutes, and the estimated end time keeps dropping like a rock as we accelerate. So that's fun. Now I'm getting a little bit of janky frame rates as I move my head around. Usually that means the weather engine's about to screw with me, but we'll see. All right, so our cruise speed, we're at the top of the green. We're just below the red line on our RPMs. We're burning fuel hard. So let me see if I can lean the mixture a little bit. But I'm low enough that I want to be careful about that. Because I'm at a low enough altitude that I need to have enough fuel pumping in there. Nope, we're good. Engine exhaust is still looking good. We lost a few RPM. We're losing cruise speed a little bit. And I got the throttle at the stop right now. So now it's all about fuel mixture games. I think we're going to keep it right about this. I think we're good. Just got to remember to rich the mixture when I go into land. I'm not in any controlled airspace right now, so that's good. The VFR map is nice enough to show me controlled airspaces. So that's good of it. In fact, am I going to bump into any that I need to worry about? No, not for a while. I'm basically these yellow, orangey yellow circles are controlled airspaces, and I'm going right between them. So I basically don't need permission to pass through any of that stuff. So that's cool. We might end up in Memphis Central. 133650. Let's dial that up, ready to set it. 133650. Wait a minute, what am I doing at 133500? I should be at 128.2. Right? 128.2. 122.8. How did that get changed? Let me just check. What does VATSIM think I'm tuned into? Yeah, what the fuck? Weird. How did that happen? Oh, no. Oh. I was... How dumb am I being here? Why does it keep doing that? It bounced. It clicked twice. Here I am fighting with the radio. Oh, it friggin' swap the frequency again. What is it doing to me? Why is it doing that? Oh, wait a minute. Do I have the friggin' co-pilot taking care of the radio? If I got the co-pilot taking the radio, that would do it. Turn that off. The stupid co-pilot was going and what do I want to call this? He was fucking with the radio. Because this is 133-500 is probably the this local central. And he kept switching the friggin' radio because he thinks he knows better. Again, Microsoft, don't fuck with my settings when you patch, please. Actually, that was all my fault because I set that up so that Rod and Mike wouldn't need to mess with the radio last night. So that wasn't Microsoft's fault. But Microsoft did fuck with a lot of my settings. And that's not appreciated. Thank you. Now it's sticking. There I was, all mad at Microsoft, which was a good guess, right? But it was in fact my own damn fault. Did you guys enjoy watching me fight with the radio for 10 minutes? I know, that was very exciting. Oh, wow, we got a lot of greenhouses here. Just don't touch my friggin' preferences. Like, why they reset certain things, there was no reason for them to reset. Like, they reset my N number, so I wasn't 212 Romeo Hotel anymore, which was like sacrilege. Sacrilege, I tell you. All right, now the whole friggin' reason I looked at the radio was to pre-tune Memphis Center, so 133650. That was the whole reason I was looking at the radio in the first place. All right, now the standby is Memphis Center. We can flip to that once we enter their airspace. And what's my handoff? Oh yeah, my co-pilot's been screwing around with the transponder because now I'm squawking 6276. Yeah, because he requested flight following, so we'll squawk 1200 for VFR now. So I got airports on either side of me here in case I have an emergency, so that's good to know. You always look for the green and white flashing beacon. Really, actually, it's hard to say, but I'm looking on the VFR map. There should be airports in the middle of those circles. The VFR map zoomed out a little bit, so some of that stuff might be beyond actual visual range at this point. Okay, so God, that wasn't a Microsoft bug. That was me being an idiot. Now I just got to figure out what's going on with the autopilot. But now is not the time. What I will do is I will post angry messages on the internet. That will solve everything. An angry message on an internet board. That's why Reddit's there, right? To post angry messages. $1,100. This thing thinks it's 800. So 800 plus. So we'll set this to 1,000. Wait a minute. Or, now hear me out. Is the autopilot calculating my altitude above the ground? No, it can't be doing that. I don't think the autopilot knows what the ground level, what sea level is here. I'll look into that. Anyway, I'm having the autopilot take me up to 1,300, which is what I want my approach altitude to be when I get to Jackson. Oh, you got a little sing-along going on in the bar. In the bar section of the aircraft. I feel like I'm flying into some significantly overcast crap weather. Does Jackson have ILS if I need it? Yeah, the problem is friggin' OVS is not letting me move things around. So I'd really like to... Oh, maybe it will now. Ah. It's just being totally unresponsive. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to go VFR. I assume I can do ILS if I need to. Oh yeah, I can do ILS on the runway. Okay. I can do ILS on runway left if I need to. $1,800 if I decide I need to do that. Okay. All right, so if I need to, I can come in on ILS on the runway. Fantastic. Because visibility is getting crappier and crappier. Oh yeah, but good luck programming an ILS approach in the air on this friggin' GPS that I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. Yeah, that'll go real well. I see your point. In the clouds a little bit, but I can still see, so I'm not going to freak out. Oh, look, there's our. Is that our destination on the? KJAN, right? We're 46 nautical miles. Approximately 22 minutes away. Yep, that's KJAN. I assume that Jackson is under Memphis Center. Let's see if we can zoom in a little here. Oh yeah. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm singing something in Irish tune. All right, so Jacksonville is right south of that little body of water, which I don't see on this map. Oh, wait a minute, I do see it on this map. Oh, we may not end up encroaching on Memphis's airspace. Hard to say. Hard to say. Maybe I will. I think I might. Yeah, because we got some squirrely little river that I'm flying over. Yeah, I'll be in Memphis Center's airspace. What is FTW Center? Oh, Fort Worth. Okay. Dallas Fort Worth. Okay. All right, let's enjoy the flight a little more. I will roughly cross into their airspace. Oh, actually, my map and the web map don't seem to match up quite exactly unless I'm misreading the little squirrels in the river. I'm just bad at map. Oh, but the weather looks, well, it looked like it was improving, and now I got clouds coming down upon me again. All right, now here I am getting nervous, about to talk to another nerd who's pretending to be an air traffic controller. I don't know why. Because it's, this is supposed to be fun for everybody. Jackson, Mississippi. The weather's cleared up a little bit for me. That was nice of it. Oh shit, I've crossed into their airspace. Okay. Alright, so let's switch the radio over.
Spirit Wings 344, radar contact flight over 300, about 4 or 5 miles south of the Big B, VOR, continuous flight, welcome aboard.
Position check, Spirit Wings 344.
Okay, and my audio outputs are not right. Come on.
Good morning, United 9921, Memphis Center, research air transponder, squawk 1517. FedEx 9368, confirm on the localizer.
Oh, why is this being a jerk?
FedEx 9368, cleared for the ILS runway 9 approach. United 9921, radar contact flight over 360 of the Bowling Green VOR, continuous flight, welcome aboard.
Memphis Center, Cessna 212 Romeo Hotel, 27 miles south of Jackson. Request flight follow.
Skyhawk 21 Romeo, Skyhawk 212 Romeo Hotel. Memphis Center, reset your transponder, squawk 1520, 1520.
1520 212 Romeo Hotel.
FedEx 9368, contact Memphis Tower 119.7, so long.
Okay, and the audio is not coming over the right channel, but we're good.
November 212 Romeo Hotel, radar contact 13000, maintain VFR, welcome aboard. What's your destination, roundabout?
Jackson, full stop landing, 212 Romeo Hotel.
Roger that, Jackson.
All right, so I'm about 11 minutes from the airport. I'm at 1,300 feet, cruising. I've made contact with ATC.
Delta 1703,
Made my
radar contact
intentions
flight
known.
400, about 3-4 miles west of the Hamilton VOR, continuous flight, welcome aboard.
What we're going to do shortly is we're going to, well, as we get a little closer, I figure when I'm about 10 miles out, I'll get us to a more appropriate landing speed, and we should be able to just do a straight-in approach. Yep, I just locked onto something. My navigational radio.
American 353, request step away for 2 minutes.
American 353, step away for maximum 3 minutes, call him back.
Roger, we'll call you back.
Yeah, I think someone's taking a bio break. They put their airliner on autopilot, let ATC know that they're stepping away, and they'll call in when they get back. Doesn't work that way in the real world because you always have a co-pilot, but in our simulated world, we make allowances. All right, I think it's time to... I don't want to jump the gun as far as bleeding speed off, but I also don't want to... No, I'm at a perfect approach altitude. Relax, Richter. Relax. We're going to leverage the autopilot here.
Memphis Center, hello, FedEx 2284, flight level 370.
Say again your call time, please.
FedEx 2284.
Did you say flight level 370, confirm?
That's affirmative, 370 for FedEx 2284.
Okay, give me a position roundabout.
We are overhead Echo Lima Delta for FedEx 2284.
FedEx 2284, Memphis Center, radar contact. Flight level 370 over the El Dorado, we are continuous flight, welcome aboard.
American 353, back online.
American 353, welcome back. FedEx 410, ILS runway 36 left.
This air traffic controller sounds a little cranky. I could hear him saying, "What the hell is that thing?"
FedEx 3968, copy, go around, make a left turn heading 360, maintain 4000. Okay, who was checking in before flight level 210? FedEx 1062, Memphis Center, good morning, reset your transponder scope 1521.
Ooh, the weather suddenly clears.
1062 radar contact flight level 210 about 150 miles north of Memphis. Continuous flight, welcome aboard. Delta 2166 Memphis Center, radar contact 3500, climb maintain flight over 350, own navigation please.
Memphis Center, Cessna 212 Romeo Hotel, 9 miles south of Jackson to land.
2 Romeo Hotel, do you have the airport in sight?
Three left, 212 Romeo Hotel.
2 Romeo Hotel, do you have the airport in sight? Visual into the airport?
Repeat slowly, 212 Romeo Hotel.
Do you have the Jackson, Mississippi airport in sight?
Airport in sight, 212 Romeo Hotel.
212 Romeo Hotel, radar services terminated, switch to Unicom, enjoy the rest of your flight. No traffic between you and you, maintain VFR, so long.
Thank you, switching Unicom, 212 Romeo Hotel. Well, that guy was... Do I have the airport in sight? Or was I lying a little bit? I was having a hard time understanding the dude, to be honest. Airport should be right ahead. Oh, I see it. Yeah, you see there's runways up there. Okay. Come on, game. Over your toolkit, you're fired. All right. Let's put our fun music back on. All right, so it's runway 34. So I'll approach the, all right. Yeah, you see the runways there? All right, so I'm going to shut off the autopilot. I have the aircraft. We're going to bank to the right. Jackson traffic, November 212 Romeo Hotel, inbound to land, runway 34 left. All right. All right, someone's going in and out, interfering with my stream. I hope who's ever in my office is properly clothed. All right. Here we are on final. Let's extend our flaps for landing position. Cut our throttle a bit. I don't see PAPI lights. I'd be happier if I saw PAPI lights. Yeah, I'm coming in a little high, I think. Dropping fast. I can make it. Yeah, we good. Coming in fast. We'll work on recovering from that shortly. Oh, a little bit of a hard touchdown, but this is where I could refuel. Parking brake on. Okay, nice flight. All right, let's get out of the VR. I wasn't happy with the performance of some of the things today. OVR Toolkit was being a bit of a pain in the ass. And it looks like the flight simulator itself is being a pain in the tail now. So we're just going to go ahead and close it. Yeah. And then we'll shut down Steam VR. All right.
To Murphy, he said that guy was right. This is a hell of a lot quicker. Murphy said, yeah, but we're getting farther away from the truck.
Oh, hi, Ann. Oh, I just saw your message, Ajax Cat. All right. Thanks everybody who hung out or who watched the recording. I'm going to call it. That was a successful flight. Have a good weekend.
Community Showcase. Welcome to my channel.